Ursa.
So.
But that's kind of the same spot we were in last game we casted with the Hellraisers draft, right?
Right.
Where they have this Ursa and this TA and the Venge and stuff, and they just kind of get countered by this one Pugna in the game. Like Pugna is so valued this game. So they kind of have to kill him like in fights, otherwise like he will just keep everyone alive.
Well, they have the raw, they have the capabilities, they have the swap as well. Is it going to be enough to bring down this Pugna though? That remains to be seen, but they don't have much to deal with him, especially if he can get a couple of Decrepifiers off. It could be fight changing. Gambit, maybe they have their backs a little bit against the wall with this draft as Team Spirit managed to find an ace in the hole in this Pugna pickup and the 4th pick to try and turn this one on its head. But of course, paper doesn't always translate into the game that well. We'll see how it does play off. But yeah, I think I've got to agree with you. Team Spirit looking very good with the start of this draft.
You would also think that Ursa would be really good in lane against Timbersaw, you know, and Tiny. This is dual lane.
Yeah.
But realistically, it's not really that good. Like Timbersaw is still gonna have all this armor and it's still gonna right click you back. And I don't know. I think he's gonna struggle again. This Ursa, this hero in lane is really weak. So I kind of favor Team Spirit's drafts here.
Alrighty, let's get into it. Game number 1 in this best of 3 series. Of course, the winner will be going to the Minor. They get a trip to Bukovel, just like that. Let's get into it. I think when we look at the lane matchups, obviously the mid, the TA is going mid. Yeah, cool. No craziness going on. I just wanted to double check that. Yeah, GPK on the TA in mid. Can she defend her towers? It's up. Like, I know she's probably not going to win the lane, but will she be able to at least keep her tower alive for a decent amount of time?
What hero did you say?
TA against Pugna.
TA. Yeah, potentially. I mean, if there's any sort of rotation, it also kind of depends on the other lanes, right? If Gambit wins some of the side lanes, then maybe they have an easier time rotating mid to help the TA out when she wants to go jungle. And the same goes the other way. Like if Tiny has a good game bottom and runs mid and stuff, then it's very hard for Radiant to potentially keep their tower alive without bringing like their whole team.
Yeah, I got you. So probably will fall.
Usually what ends up happening is TA hits level, Pugna and TA hits level 6, and then whenever TA shows herself, she gets decrepified and life drained, and then she loses like 60% of her HP or something. And that the cooldown of those spells are so low that it's like every creep wave. So TA don't want to lane anymore at that point.
I just want to comment quickly on the bounty rune decisions here. It's interesting that Team Spirit have gone for 2 bounty runes and completely let
Look what they're doing,
2 other
though.
bounty runes go to waste.
Look what they're doing. The Immersion and Ghost Stick are tossing range creep onto cliff.
Oh, that's why. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thanks for drawing my attention to that one.
Now,
Yeah, okay. This will
now
tricky.
the Tiny's gonna stay here a little bit longer and keep putting range creeps up there.
Yeah.
Maybe once or twice more. It's like, I think it might have been OG who did this. Probably not the first time, but like they definitely did this on officials at least.
Yeah. Is this because it's a tricky lane otherwise for the Timbersaw and Tiny? I mean, you said that the Earth is not great
I
against
don't
them,
think
but
it
maybe
is,
with the
but
orb.
I don't think it's necessarily that tricky, but I think it's something that you can do, and like it's a different approach, right? Instead of laning and brawling against this Ursa, you just kind of put some range creeps there, and then I imagine Tiny is not going to take too much experience from Timbersaw, and then Timbersaw is going to hit level 3 pretty fast and getting like a lot of points in his armor, so it's hard for Radiant to do much.
Oh, the courier goes down. Tiny actually going all the way around and grabbing a courier there as well. That's
yeah,
very value actually. That's Dream's courier as well. I'm not sure what he had in there. I would guess like probably some stats like a bracer or something. But
no, I like the way he's playing this. Because you see, he's not moving to the creeps, right? He's letting Timbersaw have all the experience, so that he can hit that crucial level 3. Level 3, he gets 12 armor stacks, which means he will be unkillable in lane, unless he gets like ridiculous amounts of Fury Swipes attacks, but it shouldn't happen.
Wyvern going down at top. The Hellbear Smasher coming into Smash, but it's not enough to finish off Vampire as he makes his way over to the tree line and will survive the little engagement there from Misha. Very close survival at the top lane, but South comes in. And the Wyvern's nice and healthy again. But that was a very scary level 1 gank pretty much there from Misha. And it nearly did allow him to draw first blood in that top lane. They'll continue brawling, and they're really continuing brawling. The damage coming out onto Shashlo is fairly potent. Do they have the pounce, though? Nope, so they're just going to turn and try and grab Vampire instead. Now the focus turns back to Shashlo. Misha, does he have an impetus? It's going to take 2 more seconds. He's got to keep the vision. He's got to keep the pace. He can't keep up with him. Doesn't see up the high ground. Eats through a nice tree there. Didn't use the impetus on him, though. That's interesting, but I don't think it would have been enough to kill him anyway. He's got a decent amount of regen on the Beastmaster, so kill missed out a little bit, but I think it's the same circumstance, although he's trying to come back, edge back into lane here, but I really don't think Shashlo can show himself. Jesus. Meanwhile, in mid, GPK and Ergon have really taken chunks out of each other right here as Templar just kind of opting to tank some of the Nether Blasts in return for getting a little bit of CS, or at least forcing Ergon to use the Decrepify here, because, you know, he's already got 1 CS cancelling ability in the Decrepify. Oh, there it is. FNG takes a fall in the bottom lane, and that's going to be a first blood. So a really successful bottom lane so far. And they're keeping on going here. Is Dream going to be alright? I think Ghostic has got to chill a little bit, as the Venge will be coming back to this lane. Imagine coming around the back, trying to find a courier, but a little bit too late to this party. Meanwhile, might be able to get a second one, though. Hello, sir. Nothing Venge can do about that one. They can, but let FNG's courier die. That's not feeling too great for him. Imagine at least he's only got a toss left before he's completely out of mana. Again, they're just kind of trading spells, trading hits, throwing creeps at each other, and Team Spirit trying as best they can just disrupt this lane as much as possible. Regarding these 2 range creeps on a cliff here, is there any point in like maybe throwing a neutral up here to go and kill them, or is that a waste of time?
I mean, yes, I suppose you could, but it is a little bit of a waste of time. They will eventually get killed, I guess, if Gambit ends up with map control. But no, they'll stay there for a while.
Aging.
But I guess I would like to see this Tiny thinking about moving mid now. When when Pugna hits level 6, they can put out a lot of pressure. And Timbersaw does not really need any help anymore. He's playing against Ursa, but you know he has all this armor, so he doesn't really care about. It's pretty much just a free game for Timbersaw at this point.
Yeah, they're going to toss the Ursa back into Ghostic here, but I'm not too sure how much this is going to achieve. They're going to keep on running him down. No more mana left on the Tiny. Meanwhile, Shashlo goes down on the top lane, but Dream is in some trouble, and there's a Welling Death coming in. They might be able to finish this one off. They need a little bit more. They're using the Clarity. It's cancelled out by the Venge. Still trying to chase Dream here. The Shrines are now up. Toss forward, Welling Death, right-click, and they get it. Just about catching him on the very edge there. Meanwhile, the top lane, the Wyvern also going down. So 2 kills, I think, up at top as Shashlo and Vampire both full. Team Spirit in a dominating position in these lanes so far.
Yeah, the thing about Venge is, I mean, the thing about that chase was that they actually lost the bounty runes bottom on that. But I think it was still worth it though. See X's Vampire placing that nice ward there. I don't think it was spotted, so this ward is like pretty insane. These cliff wards in general in the new terrain are just imbalanced if you can keep them up.
They give so much. And there's a rotation in on the middle lane as well. This is the one you were looking for. Tiny comes in, and between him and Ergon, they're able to take down GPK. TA.
Realistically, that ward, I mean, X's Vampire placing that ward is good, but I think the ward FNG placed bottom lane should have been for the TA.
Yeah, rather than, well, at least they're going to get the Timbersaw here. FNG and Dream able to run him down. Not quite as survivable as we once thought, maybe. They just have a lot of slows for a Timbersaw. Like, it doesn't really matter how far away he can get these Timber Chains. You know, it's still level 1. And with the Orb of Venom, Earth Shock now gives a lot of mobility as well. But they're setting up for Dream here, and I think they should be able to bring him down. They don't have quite enough mana on the Tiny for the full combo, so they're going to have to... Oh, yes, they do. Never mind, the damage is there. And they'll keep on chasing. But unfortunately, Dream seems pretty much okay. This Earthshock ability just allows him to get to the other side of the Timber Saw very, very easily and get out of his the range of his follow-up. So Dream survives, shrines up, this time successfully. And he's going to scare back Immersion as well, who dares coming up that high ground. And I think that, yeah, that gave them the information they needed. Just Ursa pretending to run at the Tiny gave FNG the information of where they had that ward, which is pretty cool.
The other ward also the Radiant ward also goes down.
Ooh, top lane, kills all over the place actually, as Shashlo and Misha both fall up here.
Yeah.
Trading their lives into each other.
One thing we haven't talked about is top lane, but they're super crushed. Look at the net worth of Slack versus Beastmaster.
Yeah, he's having a good time. What?
The Enchantress just stealing the boar and then keep hitting with impetus over and over and like.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to FNG
top lane. Beastmaster is not a hero that's particularly good when he's playing from behind, like when he's this poor. Now Timbersaw as well, level 6, almost 7, so they're kind of gonna get pressured in every single lane here, and it's not really gonna stop. Pugna's gonna continue going mid, Timbersaw bottom. You know, every time he has the Chakram ability up, he's gonna attack Ursa and almost take like a fourth of his HP away.
Coming around the other side, they're trying to turn onto Immersion here, but with the Battle Launch, it's doing enough, and there comes the damage from Ghost Stick. They'll grab themselves that kill. FNG's got to get himself out of these woods, but Ghost Stick, he's trying to find him, gets blocked by a creep at the very least, but now FNG could be in some trouble. Chakram comes whirling in through, in comes the Whirling Death, and the Timber Chain all landing onto FNG. He's losing his health pretty quickly, but FNG wants to turn around onto the Tiny here, and he's actually going to grab that kill before he goes down himself, so that's worth from FNG. Got to give him credit for that one, but meanwhile, in the top lane, the TA actually ends up going down. Yeah.
Oh, there was some crazy fight going on top lane as well. Meanwhile, also getting dove.
Team Spirit just laying the smack down onto Gambit in this laning phase. God, they've got 10 kills to their name so far. It's not even hit 10 minutes yet.
Yeah, mid tower also getting pressured pretty hard here. Bottom is getting pressured really hard.
Oh, Tiny once again being chased by Ghost Stick and Immersion. They just do not stop. Dream's going to be the next target here as the Whirling Chains. Oh, no, wait. Oh, God, the Chakram missile as well, jumping away from it. And Dream just on a merry old chase here. The toss going to come forwards, but he's got a wand. He's got an Enrage as well. Immersion still chasing. Ghost Stick can't quite get up the cliff. Chakram going to come forwards. Well, there's Vampire instead. Maybe they changed targets right now. Two heroes now on the run. Immersion trying to chase down who he can. GPK is jungling nearby. He doesn't want to help out his buddies, though. I think Vampire is going to get away from this one, it seems, because Timbersaw, he got bored. He had creeps to hit. So,
I don't even know if it's worse. Like you get chased all the way there. You don't die, sure, but like your mid tower goes down. You have to run all the way back to base.
No, and they still find someone here.
That too. There's so much pressure everywhere with these heroes.
Yeah, Team Spirit are doing a hell of a lot of work thus far.
Top lane.
Yeah, they're going on to Shashlo and FNG. FNG goes in for the swap, but only really brings himself into death. But another swap is pretty nice here, and it's actually going to open up for a kill here, which will be successful onto Misha, but he does give his own life for this one. Meanwhile, LTW still looking forward here. Shashlo is going to get brought down. Meanwhile, Dream looking for the turnaround kill here, jumping forward onto him. He's fighting him right now. In comes Urgon, though. That's going to mean Dream has to get himself back. I'm actually a little bit surprised. LTW didn't try for that one. With the toss forward, they will be able to grab that kill. A teddy bear is sunk. And that's
Slack is level 10 already.
He really is, isn't he? He's just hanging out.
Radiant's bottom tower is
oh, great. And the Ocean Heart. Look at his HP regen. That's pretty cool.
Radiant's
just getting that Shadow Dance.
Bottom tower dies as well. Oof. Looking really grim.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily gonna get any easier due to the fact that they have this Pugna, who kind of counters the entirety of Gambit's lineup.
I feel like Gambit might need to hire a professional masseuse with all the pressure that's coming out onto their lineup, but we'll see what they can do about it.
TA also kind of poor, opting to go for Blink first, it looks like.
Well, she might struggle here as Immersion engages onto him. However, there's no follow-up from the rest of the team. They're all hanging around right now. They're pinging out Slark. And Winter's Curse even been used onto this guy. They really want to try and bring him down here. And the Roar coming out as well. They will be able to bring down ILTW. Okay. Okay. Gambit showing there's still a little bit of life left in them. as they pin down the Slark and beat him into the ground and finally punish somebody for overextending here. But I think
the bottom
Vampire, yeah, he's walking into a trap right now. They're choosing to go into FNG instead. They know the swap will probably come out otherwise. Vampire tries to save the day with a Cold Embrace, but unfortunately it doesn't save you from magic damage, and Misha just continuing to chase. Impetus now at max level, so 0 seconds cooldown on that spell.
Yeah, it's kind of disgusting actually. Some 5 position Ench just... I mean, if you don't kill her, she'll just... like, she will do as much damage as like a mid laner would do with this Impetus.
It's pretty mad. What's the comparison to new Impetus versus old Impetus? In terms of the damage output?
I would not know. But this is how Ench used to be. I think even in Dota, might have been Dota 1, might have been that long time ago where this was how Ench was built as well. With the ultimate being untouchable.
Interesting.
I imagine it's around the same as like a level 1 Impetus.
I think it's a little... for some reason, I think the first level Impetus was about 17%, 17 or 18%, but that sounds a little bit wrong. Anyway, toss forwards. Misha paying Ergon a visit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Slight just found a bounty rune. Has he got a shovel? Nope.
Just an old one.
Yeah, a really old bounty rune found there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So pretty much the nightmare of the position 5 players to play against Slark. That just gets these sentries out to himself and dewards everything.
Yeah, he's an annoying dude. That passive can be used very, very well in the right hands. All in all, a pretty stagnant game for Gambit, but they've got to be happy that the pace is slowing down a little bit for them now, but also very concerned. A 7k gold advantage for Team Spirit is very worrying for them right now, but their top tier 1 is still standing for now, but Ghostic trying to change that fact.
Yeah, they just kind of leave the Timbersaw there and then they smoke away. Probably looking to like punish the TA or the Ursa who's just kind of jungling, trying to get back into this game. He has blink on the TA, he's fine.
Vampire trying to stop Ghostic from just running circles around this tower right now, and he's doing an okay job of it, but now might be in a little bit of danger as that Arctic Burn runs out. Gonna pop the ultimate, try and get the TP away. Immersion, trying to get him with the Avalanche, gets him with just about max range, gets finished off by Ghostic. Nice little kill there for Team Spirit, and now they can continue getting to work on this tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, there's a ping coming out on LTW. I think this is just Shashla saying, hey guys, if we get a couple more heroes over here, we could find ourselves a kill onto a slot.
Top tower has fallen.
I guess it's worth mentioning that at least there's a Beastmaster in the game, so the Slark might consider that when he sees a Shadow Dance off regen, you know, he can maybe bet out some sentries from him or something.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
It's a little bit of a factor. Meanwhile, Gambit, they get their smoke popped right now. Misha and Ergon both showing up in lane, and now they realize how many heroes are here, and they want to get themselves out. FNG might just give his life for this one as he turns around for the start into Immersion. He gets stomped up by the Centaur, though, and this is going to be a pretty easy kill here, and Ergon's just going to secure that one with the Decrepit fight. Meanwhile, Dream very much on the run, and I think he's going to get away safely. He's got a pair of drums if he needs the extra attack speed. And unfortunately, because they went for this rotation, I think they were looking for a pick-off into Outpost, but they didn't quite manage it in time, and now the Outposts are going the way of Team Spirit and the Bounty Runes as well, so that's a little bit rough, to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, it's like this patch as well, right? Like, if you get behind like this early on, and you cannot get any outposts, it's like, it's so difficult to actually come back.
Took top down outpost here. I'm wondering if they want a TP in here, or whether they're just going to try to go for Ghostic alone here, but Ghostic, he's got the range on the Timber Chain, and Misha's here to chase him off as well, and Misha is very scary. This is a fire position, by the way, but this guy's got almost 900 mana to just fire off at people. It's 55 mana a cast. It's very, very cheap. Sora is stunned up, and then comes the Avatos, but there's a Winter's Curse to try and hold them back as Gambit trying to get their heroes to safety, and I think they have been able to do that. A nice ultimate from Vampire, saving 2 heroes. Ghostic unable to chase any further than this. They are just surviving with the pressure, rolling with the punches right now. Gambit trying to make something happen. Where's our TA? Where is she? She's doing alright. She's nearly at Deso. This is going to be a time in which Gambit can work around, which they sorely need right now. A glimmer of hope. Something to bring to a fight and catch Team Spirit off guard with a bit of damage. This is exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, no, they need to wait for Deso for sure, and then try to smoke around, catch the Pugna. obviously very difficult when there's a Timber Saw and a Slark and a tiny kind of trying to kill you all the time.
Oh dear, Wyvern tossed out of permission, out of distance, and it's not going to be any save there. He tries to get the Cold Embrace onto himself, but the damage from the Pugner is a little bit too much. That's what you were talking about before in the draft as well. Cold Embrace pretty much useless when the Pugner on the enemy team. He's just going to Life Drain through it, and Life Drain does a lot more damage than Cold Embrace can heal for.
Yeah.
FNG again just dangling his body tastefully in front of Team Spirit. Come get me, boys.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Slark kind of looking at everyone now. Team Spirit's feeling confident to go in.
Yeah, not a monogamous person, this Slark. Definitely looking to get anybody he can.
Radiant's top
Boy,
tower
girl.
has fallen.
Timbersaw took pretty much almost four towers by himself this game by just being this
GPK. Nice
impossible to lane against hero. This creeps just taking the towers.
Tower is under attack.
Yep, he just goes and sits under them,
fine.
lets the creeps do their job.
Yeah. Bot lane, they're gonna try to kill Slark here. Such a hard kill. If he gets any spell off, he doesn't die.
Yeah, they'll have to use a Winter's Curse immediately. Now, this is a nice engagement. There's a Winter's Curse coming out, and they've got the Roar to come follow up with it as well. In comes TA. This is your damage. They do commit the Roar, but they get the kill anyway. Same thing as before. Exact same recipe, and it's just as delicious as it was the first time. Unfortunately, FNG looks like he's probably going to walk into a trap here. Maybe. Yeah, there it is. Goodbye, FNG. There's no saving you. Vampire. Is there any point? That's just a waste of mana at that stage. Cold Embracing for what? God, look at how poor Dream is. He's got phase, drums, desperately looking for a Bastion or something to be able to be a factor in this game.
Dire's bottom tower is
When you're this far behind as Ursa, you always try to look to maybe snipe Roshan or something like that, but you know, Roshan seems so far away in this game, like distance-wise. It's so hard to even get there as smoked even. Like, you have to find some very sneaky path because there are dire heroes everywhere.
Yeah,
feels
kind of
like.
Mission Impossible style, you know, get on the sunglasses. Hello, can make a quite a nice short film entry. And by the way, oh, hold the phone here. Merchant actually gets a trap popped on him. It's just an engagement. It looks like Dream's looking for it, but not quite able to find it. The toss back with the Avalanche holding two heroes, controlling them up very nicely. Dream forced to pop the Enrage really early on in this fight. They'll just target down Vampire whilst he's waiting though. And now with the Nether Blast, they get themselves a second kill. Gambit just disappearing under the pressure of Team Spirit. They are not able to
Bot
hold
lane
up.
as well. Beast is gonna go down here to Slark alone.
Yeah, this is LTW
I
just
think this is
farming
gonna be a
some heroes.
Rax. Unless they buy back on multiple heroes here.
You don't want to do it, do you? But unfortunately, it doesn't allow as much of a choice. Team Spirit, total outdraft right now. Gambit just trying to make some time, make some space, seeing if they can do anything. I mean, TA's online, more or less. She's got that Blink, she's got the Deso. BKB is all she really needs now. But that BKB is so important when you're playing against Pugny. You can't teamfight without it.
Look at Pugna's items and level. Like, he's just so strong now. Like, he's top net worth.
Crazy hero.
They won't get the Rexes at least, but you know, damage is kind of done still.
Yeah, with all those heroes respawning. Team Spirit don't want to give anything away, really. But anyway, the point I was making before, if you do fancy making a Ursa visit the Roshan... Oh, no, okay, Timbersaw's this time the one in trouble. He was a little bit late to leave the party, and he's actually going to get taken by Gambit. Stragglers will not be accepted, Gambit say.
They still need to be careful that they don't chain feed some kills and then it gives Radiant Roshan because...
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
not what you want.
Sneaky attempt into Roshan's pit. It's just straight up walking in there. They're leads the charge, and GPK is going to join him, and they are just being brazen about this. But there's a buyback from the Timbersaw. Dream escaping out the backside of Roshan. Meanwhile, in comes Ghostic looking, and he's like, hey, maybe I might give Roshan a go. What can I do? Unfortunately, you don't have a damage talent anymore, Timbersaw, so taking Roshan sounds a little bit difficult for you. Although, he does have a medallion if Slark wants to come in and help out, but they've got the Hawk over top as well, so they'll know what's going on. Shashlo, meanwhile, going to take the outpost, but might have given his life for this one as RTW's on top of him. Nice blink away, though. Needs to TP quickly. Trying to eat his way through some trees here. Oh, nice done. I think. Yeah, nicely done. A little bit of worry there, but luckily Pounce does have a cooldown.
Haven't actually seen Shadowblade on Slack in a while.
Dire's top
Yeah,
tower
same.
People usually play without it nowadays. But I like it this game to catch the rats
Catch the
on the
rats.
side lanes. Yeah.
The exterminator's item. Yeah, just the extra map speed, the extra ability to catch people out, and when you have map control as well, they're not going to be having many sentries down either, so less likely to accidentally run into a couple of heroes and die instantly.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I guess the
Radiant's
weakness
top
of Dire's lineup a little bit, if there is one in this game, is the fact that they can't really kill Roshan that easily.
has fallen.
It kind of takes a little too
Radiant's
long for
bottom
them to
shrine is under attack.
like bother with it.
Yeah. I thought that's what they bought the medallion for, but they still haven't tried it, so I guess
No, I think they could kill Roshan if they would all go and hit it. The problem with that is that it might leave the lanes too pushed out, or too you might lose map control basically by doing so.
Radiant's
And if
bottom
you don't kill
shrine
it that
is under
fast, then
attack.
Gambit might be able to contest as well. So I think you would rather wait to take a fight or kill a few heroes
Radiant's
first and then
bottom
go for it.
shrine is under attack.
Meanwhile, Misha's seeing ghosts. He was desperately picking out that Roshan's pit, but there was nobody doing it. Just making sure, keeping tabs. Don't want to let the Roshan sneak it or anything like that.
Dire's top tower
Look at
is
top
under
smoke
attack.
Yep.
from Gambit. Are they gonna try to sneak Roche? I kind of would like them to try it actually.
Radiant's
If they did it
bottom
now, it
shrine
would
is
actually be
under
pretty
attack.
sick because they've just checked the pit, so they wouldn't have expected Gambit to sneak in behind them whilst they were all missing.
I mean, like right now, Ursa could just go alone, and then Gambit could continue running at mid, right?
Dire's middle
Or like
tower
showing
is under
themselves mid,
attack.
and it would work for sure. But
Radiant's bottom shrine
yeah, they
is
thought they
under
could maybe
attack.
find a fight instead.
Yeah,
They
I'm a little
might
bit
catch Immersion
interested.
here.
No, they have the Hawk down as well, so now they see
Yeah, well-
immersion.
Immersion looks. Wow, he has no idea.
Yeah,
Does
there
he?
goes the swap. They'll throw him down. They'd be able to get this kill. They were not expecting this by any stretch of the imagination, but the TPs are coming in quickly to the shrine, and it looks like Dream could be in some trouble. He has got that enraged. Gonna go for the TP out. Is there anybody to cancel it? No, there's not. Everybody else, they have just scarpered completely. The mice have scattered, and they're gonna find nobody. So a nice little assassination from Gambit there. Like ninjas, they sweep in, get the kill, and then disappear just as quickly.
Yeah, sign of life, kind of. I mean, the problem is still that they have a hard time leaving their base without being smoked. That's always a challenge when you're this far behind. But they do have a gem up on Beastmaster now, so they're gonna be able to. Oh, Ghosting needs to be careful. He doesn't get caught here.
Yeah, this could
He
be
does
really
not
bad.
have buyback.
He has
Yeah.
no reactive armor charges up either, so Roshan.
I think Team
Look
Spirit
at them.
might be a little bit too split now. I think they might.
There's the swap, there's the stun, interrupting the Timber Chain as well, but in comes the Decrepify, keeping him alive, but they're going to throw down the Winter's Curse to try and make sure this kill happens. But can they follow up? I don't think they can. Meanwhile, LTW comes and steals some tributes, I guess that's worth. Meanwhile, Vengeful Spirit a little bit left behind there. FNG going to say goodnight as LTW chase him into the trees. Meanwhile, Vampire also going to be caught out here as the two supports do drop on the side of Gambit. Team Spirit gets something for this. And it's going to limp Gambit a little bit here as they'll head back to the jungle. Their spirits, they seem to be getting raised there as they went for more and more, but finally they do get punished for their forays out of the base.
Radiant
Yeah,
are
Pugna coming
scaling.
into effect there. Without Pugna there, he would have died, and that might have been Roshan for Gambit, and
so.
potentially would be able to turn the game around. But instead, they're gonna definitely lose rangebacks here.
Ain't looking too
Maybe
pretty.
more.
Under attack.
They know Iron doesn't have buyback.
Ghost Stick, Immersion. Misha and Ergon just going to work. Shashlother goes out for the Roar, and they're trying to follow up the GPKs. He's got the BKB, and they're able to bring him down. Ergon, they weren't expecting the BKB pickup from GPK, and now he's looking for more. The swap back onto Immersion right now. GPK able to just rip through Misha with the help of an Angry Bear, and there is just 3 heroes gone from Team Spirit. Gambit, they managed to pull this game back from the edge and get themselves 3 kills with a stunning defense.
They're kind of throwing a little bit. I feel like they should have just gone for that Roshan.
Dire
Like getting
are
Roshan
scaling.
out of the way for Team Spirit, it would actually be such a relief for them in a way. And they had the chance right there with Venge Wyron being dead. They could have like could have spent a lot of time killing Roche and that would be fine. Instead, looks like Radiant's gonna end up having it here. Unless
there's one
some
buyback. There's a Chakram in there as well. They've got 2 more buybacks if they want to just throw down everything for this Roshan. I kind of feel like they need to. They even swap out the Slark here just to try and control up this fight a little bit. And Dream is able to grab the Aegis uncontested. That's actually a really nice Roshan defense from Gambit, but will they get out okay? And Ghostic's got to be a little bit careful. He's overextended. He is actually going to be able to get down the low ground, but the stun is going to chase, and he's going to go down. Now Immersion looking for the return kill, but oh, beautiful Winter's Curse from Vampire. That's going to allow Gambit to reset. They can think about this. They've got the BKB on GPK, but maybe not going in for this one. Meanwhile, FNG, well, he's going in alone, a one-man army. Luckily, that miss up onto the high ground is pretty damn nice. And immediately Sentries the Observer. He read his opponent like a book. Meanwhile, GPK pops out BKB looking for Immersion. Meanwhile, on around the side, it's ILTW jumping onto FNG. FNG's got to be careful. The damage is out from Misha. He's able to bring down one. Dream could be in some trouble. In they go, trying to take him down, but he just turns around and annihilates ILTW. Meanwhile, the combo will come in, and that's his Aegis drop, but Immersion, he's being chased by GPK. Ergon's going to back him up, though. GPK into the pit. Immersion. Well, actually, this is a bit of a bait here, as now Templar Assassin getting a life drained away, but here's the teammates. Here's the camaraderie. They are joining back up, and they are finding another kill for GPK. It's the double kill for him. Immersion's gone down, and Gambit have just turned this game completely on its head. Less than 2 minutes ago, I'd say, Gambit were knocking on the front doors. They were trying to take down Barracks. They had this game in their hands, but just a series of very, very good plays from Gambit, nice reads from them, and Team Spirit may be letting their hands get a little bit soapy and letting the game slip through their fingers a little bit here. But it looks like Gambit are back in this one for the taking.
For sure. I mean, this is kind of an open game now. They threw a 13k lead or 14k lead. Now it's down to 5. Probably gonna dip to even like maybe 3 at this point. And I don't know. It kind of shows that Team Spirit, as strong as they look this game and as good as they are as a team, they kind of lack the experience to finish it off and like take that Roshan and have that discipline to kind of go as 5 when they're ahead. Because I felt like Slag was playing too much alone bottom, and his team were kind of in a, you know, in bad position several times with Timbers on and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's still kind of Team Spirit's game though, I feel, especially since they took down the Aegis. But it's a lot closer than you would think.
Yeah. Yeah, but they are now taking advantage of the fact that, you know, they took this high ground, they've recuperated, and they're grabbing these shrines. Ergon's going to come out and help a lot with this one. Tiny, even though it's a full position, still has a ton of building damage. And between the 3 of them, they will be able to bring down both shrines now. The top one did get taken a little bit earlier. That's going to give them a decent amount of map control, especially with the fact they've got no outer towers left on the side. And Ghostic, he's just coming in and hitting the melee barracks a couple of times. He's got no problems with that.
The Ursa almost has BKB, TA has BKB or as well.
And she's got a full Daedalus now finished, by the way. Let's not forget that. GPK loves his Daedalus.
Yeah, he's suddenly the most farmed hero on the map. That whole Slag Shadowblade doesn't look that good anymore. Now he wish he would have like an actual item. But yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Standoff mid lane here.
Getting tense.
But Pugna isn't quite ready to fight. Okay, now he's TPing in.
Yeah, he's really
really
back as well.
Careful.
He certainly is being careful, not taking any risk with that blink, with that TP in.
He's going Lincoln Sphere, which I was questioning at first, but it's kind of good in a way that he feels the only way if he dies is if he gets either swapped or swap onto Ench though. Wow, goner.
Okay, and a second swap as well. FNG finding the valley right now. Timbersaw gets that Timber Chain interrupted. Raw comes out on Tim as well. The Grabfire's not going to last that long. They will get to work. Meanwhile, Winter's Curse comes down on the sidelines, just keeping the Slug back out of this fight. Ghostic, though, he's been decrepified this entire time, it feels like, so he's going to be okay. LTW, meanwhile, he's going to have to ulti to get himself out. Gambit, they need a reset here. TA still has the BKB, meanwhile. They will bring down Ghostic. He's just not really being careful. He's not respecting the right-click damage. And ILTW, he's got to get himself out, but he's taking hits. He's taking hit after hit right now. Doesn't have the Shadow Dance. Doesn't have much, to be honest. He might just go down here. They've got the traps in the trees. Axe is going to reveal the Slark in all his naked glory. They continue chasing him down here, and GPK will finish the job with the Meld Strike. Team Spirit, my goodness. They are just not respecting the output that this TA and this Ursa can do. If there's one thing TA and Ursas do, it is bring you down quick.
No, I mean, it looks like Spirit have crumbled completely. I don't know if I believe in them anymore in this game. Like, it feels like they, yeah. I don't know. They haven't obviously given up, but they're not playing as good as they were earlier. Like, they're making a lot of mistakes. It's kind of also a difficult game for them now with double BKB, and Gambit have they have all the team items too now, like Blast and Dom
and now Aurora out onto a tiny immersion's going to be an easy pick-off here. Ergon needs to be careful. Another one. Just adding fuel onto the fire. You might be right. I mean, it's feeling like Team Spirit are all over the place. GPK with near enough a one-shot onto Misha. Ghostic comes in, tries to fend them back.
Why not keep killing them? Kill them.
They're giving themselves up right now. There you go. They've got another spell, another Winter's Curse. Tiny's going to buy back. They're going to try and take this fight, perhaps, so it's too late. The Pugnet, well, he's got the Decrepify. Not dead yet, but the BKB from GPK, and there you go. Vampire will find it, and the Immersion's going to get brought down as well. Ghostic running around in circles, as it feels like the entirety of Team Spirit are doing right now. Just running around in circles without much of a plan on what's going on. The TPs are cancelled. Finally, they have some sense, but they brought back into this for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it says a lot that the Ursa wasn't even part of that fight. That's how badly Spirit were fighting, or how do you even put it? Like, they weren't even fighting. They were kind of just running in and dying one by one. And Ursa was just farming top lane. And they forced out how many buybacks? 3 buybacks, I think?
Definitely 2, at the very least.
Yeah, look at Ursa's net worth all of a sudden. And yeah, I don't know. It feels like this is a hard game to recover from.
He is forgetting how bad of a game this has had.
Same thing about Gambit like 10 minutes ago.
It really did. My God. It feels like Team Spirit, you know, they were doing well. They were on the track. You know, they take one little loss and then spaghetti's all over the floor. They don't know what's going on anymore. They've just kind of really let this game slip, and you can't do that in these kinds of games. Not against teams like Gambit. They are masters of pressure, and if you give them that small opening, they will take it and they will run with it until you force them back in their place. And ILTW is running into a bunch of heroes right now. GPK's here as well, just going to stack up a little bit of anti-armor, and then the damage comes through, and it's going to be an easy one. 1 stun's all you need when everyone's in position like that. Ergon tried to come in and get himself off to Decrepify, but unfortunately was a little bit too late to this party. It was already over before he got there. And if they find the mango tree, I think we know it's really over when that happens. Go on, FNG, swap for the mango tree. Leaving it alive. Almost worse in a way.
Wyvern could also kill it by letting Axie Burn run out.
They've even got literal axes on one of their guys.
Yeah. But, I mean, you can also just grab some mangoes, keep it alive.
True. If you've got the map space, why not? GPK on the high ground right now, by the way. Meld's out onto him, but he's going to blast himself away. And, well, in comes Timbersaw, and there's a lot of spells following up onto the high ground, including a Nullifier, in fact.
They have Nullifier, yeah. TAs. Now the whole partner shenanigans don't work anymore.
Yeah. I thought TA was going to get Meld dispels this game. I meant that was a long time ago, but I thought that was going to happen just to get rid of Decrepify, but
yeah,
didn't. They went for the Meld armor reduction instead. Goodness me. Well, they did make a hell of a comeback. Gambit looking very, very good. Looking like they might be in the driving seat right now. And of course, if you want to be in the driving seat to some of your games, then we can recommend Gosu AI. Gosu.ai is a little buddy that will help you out in your games, a little bot which you add and just gives you all sorts of feedback, a website as well. Great analytical tool to help you get better at the game. Go and check it out. I mean, Grovebird's pretty cool in Enchantress. I know it's probably a while ago, but I just spotted this now. That's a pretty good item for her. Actually, she probably loves most of the neutral items.
Yeah.
What neutrals do we have? Do we have Craggy Armor on Tiny? Because that's very on brand. No, we don't. They have a Helm of the Undying, apparently. Is that Pugnas? No?
What about Slug here? Is he getting caught? No.
No,
In
he
fact,
looks alright.
Beastmaster. No, nobody's getting caught.
Oh, swap comes out into the Winter's Curse, and Shushlow, he needs to run around the stairs if he wants to come in and get that roar, and unfortunately it's not going to be available. Now they swap him in. It's a little bit awkward right now as Gambit might be throwing the spite a little bit. Dream try to come in though, jumping in forward for this one. He's got a BKB, immediately going to jump onto Misha. He's going to UB disarmed, however, so got to play around the spite, continuing to do so. Now the BKB comes out. Meanwhile, FNG and ILTW have died. That's a big one. Making space on the front lines, allowing GPK to come in around the back, and now the main force of Gambit have arrived, and Team Spirit need to Scarpa. Misha not able to do so. The damage coming down to Timbersaur as well. Nullifier is out. Damage is there. It gets a Timber Chain across, but the GG is called by Ghost Stick. This one is over. Gambit make the turnaround, make the plays, and bring the game back into their quarter. 37 minutes in, and game one will be Gambit's.
Yeah, never give up, I guess.